Hi, I'm Dan Raywood, IT Security Guru, here with Greg Day and Jason Steele from FireEye. Today, we're talking about the World War C report, which was released recently by FireEye. Greg, let's start with you. What interested you about this report? What made you think this is a bit different? We haven't seen this before.
So I think what's interesting for me is it helps us understand just what capabilities each nation state's got, and that's probably not really, we have some ideas of that, but you've got to have a starting point then to see where the innovation expands. And I think I always hear is organisations going, nation state, not my problem. But if we can actually track what they're doing and where that innovation goes, then we can see actually what is kind of then moving down into things that are hitting organisations on a day-to-day basis. So it's all about kind of understanding the capability. And for us, it's almost a bit like that digital fingerprint. What actually is their capability? How do they do it today? And then what I'm really interested to see is how that evolves over the next year or so.
I think what interested me actually was the differences between regions actually, and what one nation does differently to another.
Yeah, and I mean a simple example, either end of the spectrum for me, China, all about volume. Let's put lots of people in this, and it's kind of like mass brute forcing. If we get everyone together, we'll get in. And then the other end, you've kind of got the Americans, which is less about volume, but about skill and technique. And so I think it's really interesting to see those kind of different trends, and then how those will evolve.
Great stuff. Jason, what about yourself? Anything in that really strike out?
So, for me then, there were two interesting stories that weren't really statistics, but just things that I found out of interest to really highlight. One was how we look at Russian attacks, and the story of the Russian suspected spy who was arrested, who was working at Microsoft as a QA engineer.
Right.
Again, this is proper spy 007 stuff. And the other one which really interested me was the American zero-day exploits that were being developed by the US government and then resold to the black market for attackers to use afterwards, so they get their money back.
Yeah, we've seen reports of that, should we say? Let's not say evidence, let's say reports of that, of selling them to the government to be used in exploit things. And obviously Stuxnet was the case, and that was obviously mentioned in this report as well, wasn't it?
And
Shamir, and all these various viruses and worms and threats. And do you think we'll see more things sort of come together in similar tactics in the future?
Most of it, it's only going one way, which is more sophisticated, more investment, because it's so easy to exploit today. So, most certainly, I think probably PRISM has just made it much more difficult for governments to really do things without much retribution at the moment.
Excellent. All right, Greg and Jason, thank you very much. It's IT Security Guru. Thank you.
Thank you.